Hey everyone! We're in our final week of our chakra series, which means that we're focusing on our 7th chakra, the Crown Chakra or the Sahasrara Chakra. As you can imagine, this is located on the crown of the head. We've been working our way up from the base of our spine, from our root chakra, all the way up to the top. And this is quite a significant part of both our physical and our energetic body. It's the physical boundary between ourselves and the world around us. And this is kind of the main part of this chakra. It's about connecting with the universe, connecting with universal energy, higher power, consciousness. And people who are quite balanced in this chakra tend to be able to relate to that quite easily. They believe that there is a universal energy, that it's not just about us anymore. It's about others, it's about people, it's about nature, animals, and that really we're all the same. There's a sense of unity and harmony. We also, if we're balanced in this chakra, tend to be quite thoughtful. We're open-minded. We can see things from different perspectives. If we're feeling a little unbalanced in this chakra, we might be too stuck in our mind. Maybe we over-intellectualize things, and that prevents us from opening up and seeing the world from this energy that's beyond us. Maybe we are very rigid. We can't see things from other perspectives. We're very stuck in our belief systems, and we might impose that on other people. We also might not be connected to our lower chakras. Maybe we forget about our body. We forget about what's going on right here. Maybe we're excessive in the lower chakras and can't work our way up. So as we move today, we're going to stay kind of closest to the ground. I'm going to stand a little bit, but we're really going to be focusing on opening up, bringing some attention to this part of our body energetically as well. We're also going to finish our practice with a seated meditation, and meditation is one of the best ways that we can help stimulate the crown chakra. The element of this chakra is thought, so bringing that into mind as we practice today. Okay, let's start in Sukhasana, easy pose, crossing the legs over. Take a breath in. Feel the crown of the head reach up to the sky. Take an exhale through the nose. Feel the tailbone, the hips root down to the mat. And the whole kind of point of our chakras is to, or the aim, I guess, is to find balance, harmony, unity within each one. So we're balancing this lift up, but we're also balancing this pull down. And see if you can consider or notice how you feel when I mention the words higher power or consciousness or universal energy. What's your relationship with these concepts? Do you feel like these concepts feel natural to you? You can relate to them easily? Do you feel like your brain just switches off when you hear them? I know personally when I was reading the chapter about the crown chakra in Eastern Body, Western Mind, it took a while. There's lots of big words, big concepts, and sometimes it feels hard for it to make sense to me. That's just me personally, though. And all we're trying to do is just notice, not judge. Be like, that's how I feel about that. But maybe if you're feeling a little stuck, a little blocked in that connection, maybe today or the more that you practice yoga, meditation, moving your body, getting out in nature, connecting with others, you might feel a sense of opening up, a letting go of rigidity, boundaries, attachments. Take one more slow breath here. We're going to continue with the breath. You might open the eyes, breathe in, press your palms up to the sky. Maybe you even lift the eye gaze. As you exhale, circle the hands wide, bring the hands down to the ground. Let's try that again. Breathe in, push your hands up. Open the heart, exhale, circle wide. Try that again, 2 more times. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the ribs. I'm going to add on to this, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand comes around the right knee, right hand comes behind. Come back, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lift. A few more times in your own breath. One more time each side, connecting breath with movement. Make your way back. Bring your hands behind your hips. Inhale, lift tall. And you might say here, or as you exhale, lift the hips up, drop the knees forward. Engage your glutes, lift the heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Soften the jaw. Lower your hips down. Come into a kneeling position, sitting up for Ustrasana, camel pose. Knees underneath the hips. Bring your hands behind you. Inhale, lift tall. As you exhale, push your hips forward. Get active here through the front of the body. Draw the shoulder blades together and down on the back, lifting up through the center of the chest. Come back, lift the arms up, interlace the thumbs, inhale. Tuck your tailbone. As you exhale, think child's pose, but come down really slowly. So you might bring your toes towards each other. Hips come down to the heels. It's the lowest part which feels the hardest. Try not to thud down if you can. Gently lower the hands, lower the forehead. And then when you're ready, we slowly make our way up. Engage the glutes, feel the hamstrings and the calves engage as you lift up, inhaling. As you exhale, hips back. Slowly descends. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. And stay down at the bottom. Find child's pose. Good challenge for the core and the shoulders. Try to slide your knees towards each other underneath the body. You can stay here or hands behind you. Hold on to the heels or maybe a little higher up onto the calves. Option for rabbit's pose. Lifting your hips up, tucking your chin in. Crown of the head coming down onto the ground. You're trying to pull the shoulders towards the front of the mat. Lift the belly up. One more breath. Lower yourself down. Sit yourself up. Vinyasa thunderbolt pose, hips on the heels, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Come up onto your knees. Take a step out to the right with your right foot. Toes turning out. And then sink your hips towards the right heel. Elbow could come onto the thigh, although if you did feel like a little more, try reach fingertips down to the ground or to a block. Reach the left hand up and over, modified side angle pose. We're going to take a few circles with the arm here. Left fingertips trace the ground. And then lift up and over. Inhaling to lower. Exhaling to open up. Go 2 more. Really try roll the left shoulder back. Hold at the top. Maybe you look up to the sky. Look down to the ground. Bring your left hand kind of next to the right and then lengthen out your right leg. Half monkey pose, kind of off to the side of the mat. Lengthen the right leg, but make sure there's a little bend in the right knee. Inhale, shift forward into a lunge. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. You can always pop 2 blocks underneath your hands here if you want. Let's go 2 more. Hold in your half monkey. Walk your hands over to the left, modified side plank. Left hand plants down. Reach your right hand up and over your right ear. So bicep by the ear. Engage the glutes. Push them forward slightly. You can stay here or find half bow. Lifting your right foot up. Bend your right knee. Right hand holds onto the right foot. You might even kick into it here. Roll the right shoulder back. 1 more breath. Right foot steps to the front of the mat. Breathe in. Tuck your back toes, high lunge. Left hand reaches high. As you exhale, little back bend. You might reach your right hand towards the left back thigh. Really try pull the left thigh towards the right hand. Reverse warrior. Left heel comes down. Turn to the left side of your mat. Left hand comes behind the hips or maybe down the side of the leg. Right hand comes over. Extended side angle. Elbow to thigh or maybe hand a little lower. 1 breath. Reverse warrior again. Hold here. Lengthen your right leg. Turn the right toes to the side of the mat. Breathe and reach your right hand to the left back corner of your mat. As you exhale, fold forward. Right hand to left foot. So you're kind of leaning over the left thigh. Go 1 more breath. We're going to turn to the back of the mat. Left toes turn around. Plant the hands down. Breathe in. As you exhale, right knee comes down. Lift yourself up. And we're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. Left foot steps out to the left side of the mat. Turn the toes away. Bend your left knee, hips towards the left heel. Modified side angle pose. Elbow to thigh or left fingertips inside of the foot. Reach the right arm up and over. Let's take some circles. Right hand reaches forward and then down. And then lift it up and over the head. Roll the right shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale. Thinking movement coming from the right shoulder joint. Let's go 1 more. Hold here. Maybe you turn the eye gaze towards the sky. Look down to the ground. Right hand comes next to the left. Breathe in. As you exhale, shift your hips back. Lengthen your left leg. Half monkey pose with a little bit of a twist. Shift your weight forward. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go about 3 more. So we're opening into the hips a little bit more here, and that's going to help us sit comfortably. Hold in your half monkey. Walk your hands over to the right. Plant the right hand down. Reach the left hand over. Modified side plank. Feel free to stay here or half bow. Ardha Dhanurasana. Left hand around the left foot, and then open the heart. Roll the left shoulder back. Engage the left glute. Left foot steps to the back of the mat. Breathe in. As you exhale, tuck your back toes. High lunge. Right hand lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, little back bend. Left hand might come to the back of the right thigh. Open the heart. Reach the right fingertips away. Reverse warrior. Right heel comes down. Right hand maybe to the right leg or behind the hip. Left hand high. Extended side angle. Utthita Pajvakonasana, 1 breath. Back to reverse Viparita Virabhadrasana. Hold here. Lengthen your left leg. Turn the left toes to the side of the mat. Reach to the front left corner of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Maybe the left hand holds onto the right ankle, right foot. Look to the front, turn your right toes forward, frame out your foot. Inhale. This time we're going to step back, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath in through the nose. And maybe a sigh out through the mouth. Maybe shaking the head no, nodding a yes. Press through the fingers, soften the heels towards the ground. Get strong, get long through the spine, the shoulders. Lift high onto your toes, breathe in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. You can step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. As you exhale, fold. Chair pose, your hands come through heart center. Inhale, reach your hands up just like we did before. Right knee lifts. As you exhale, right knee winds around, half moon. Reaching left hand down, right hand high. Left hand could hover, or if you've got a block or a floor, hopefully you're on a floor nearby, you can place your left hand down. Slide your right foot in, breathe in, chair pose, sink low, then reach up, left knee lifts this time. As you exhale, circle the left knee around. Ardha Chandrasana. And again, inhale. Right knee, exhale. You might shuffle that left heel to the left side of the mat slightly, just to help with the balance. Come back in, breathe in. Left knee, exhale. Let's go 4 more, 2 more each side in your own time. If you did feel like a little bit more, you could add on Chapasana, holding onto your right foot. It's a little easier if you touch the hands on the ground, so you're imagining your half bow. Really feel yourself open up here. Left foot next to the right. Breathe in, lift the arms up high. Active back bend, engage the glutes. Open the heart, take a breath. Exhale, dive it down, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, hands come down, come into a plank position. Trust me on this one, we're gonna try 3 chaturanga push-ups. Only one time. You can be on your knees or your toes. Breathe in, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower half. Inhale to press. Last one, exhale. Inhale. And then bring your knees down, exhale. Child's pose. Okay, a couple of different options depending on your energy. You can stay here in child's pose. You could head into rabbit pose. Or, and I'm just throwing this one out there, if you felt warm enough, you could try headstand Salamba Shasana. We practiced this in last week's class. So it might feel nice to kind of cover it again. We haven't spent much time on our hands, so I don't know, be gentle with yourself. How you'll start with is with elbows on the ground, holding onto opposite elbows. And then you'll bring hands forward, interlace fingers, tuck the crown of the head in. Okay, so that the hands press into your head. From there, you'll tuck your toes and then walk your feet in, and that might be enough. That's already quite a lot of pressure on the crown and the neck. So you can stay here, but if you did feel like more, you could lift a foot, maybe 2 feet. And then maybe 1 foot up. Maybe the other foot up. And if you're with me, just holding for another couple of breaths. Lifting the shoulders away from the ears, engage your glutes. Squeeze your feet towards each other so the inner thighs are really active. And then when you're ready, slowly coming down. Maybe finding child's pose or a kneeling position. Okay, a couple of asanas on the ground. Come onto your hips, take your feet out wide. Upavista Konasana, our seated forward fold. You can have your knees bent here, absolutely. You can also elevate your hips onto a block if this is feeling quite tight. We're going to turn to our left leg and try fold over that way. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left. As you do this, try to make sure the right toes don't turn to the ground. Keep them high. It's going to make it a bit more challenging. Other side, breathe in, lift tall. Turn the chest to the right as you exhale, fold. If this is feeling really tight in the body, you can also walk your hands a little bit more towards the center, so you're not completely over the right leg. And come up, inhale. Exhale, walk forward. You might stay on your elbows or your hands. If your forehead can come down to maybe a block or onto the stacked hands, you might bring it there, just stimulating the third eye, our Anya chakra, which we explored last week. Walk yourself back. Slide your feet in. This is where we're going to set up for Virasana, hero's pose. With this one, you can absolutely use a block. You can bring that in between your feet, especially if you notice your knees and your hips feeling quite tight, or ankles. You can also do this lying down or sitting down on the ground. For this one, we'll practice reclining if that feels comfortable for us. Okay, you might just walk your hands back, focus on tucking the tailbone. Okay, so you're getting lots of length through the front of the hips. You might stay on your hands. You could also walk down onto elbows. If it feels comfortable, then maybe coming all the way down onto the back. This pose can bring quite a bit of sensation, so just make sure that the sensations you're feeling are somewhat comfortable to hold. You're not forcing yourself, and if you are, if there's any pain or very intense discomfort, just back out a little bit, use some props to make it feel more comfortable for you. It's only when we feel comfortable and steady where we can really soften and let go. Taking 2 more breaths. If you're on your back, then just pressing the elbows into the ground, holding onto the heels. Lifting yourself up. Lean forward, take your feet to one side. Reach the feet out. We're going to roll onto our back. Very briefly coming into Shavasana. Legs long, hands long. Letting the body soften. Just checking in with your energy. If you're really enjoying staying down on your back, this is where you might stay. Although I encourage you, if you haven't practiced much meditation before, to be open to sitting up for the rest of our practice. But I'll leave that decision for you. If you would like to finish your practice in a seat, let's slowly make our way up. Gather any props that feel good for you to sit on, maybe a block or bolster, a pillow, maybe a seat, chair. And you could be cross-legged, you could be kneeling. I personally like to sit with one foot on top of my ankle/calf. I find that's more comfortable for me, but you might be happy with just the foot on the ground. And closing the eyes. Again, turning inwards, reflecting on the self. And one technique or concept that the author of Eastern Body, Western Mind uses to stimulate the crown chakra is one of finding the witness, the observer. And within yoga philosophy, this is called the Purusha. This is a part of ourselves that sees what is going on, but it doesn't judge, it doesn't have attachments, it just watches, it observes, it witnesses. So as we sit for a few minutes in stillness, see if you can become the witness. Notice the thoughts as they arise. Watch them, see them, become curious about them, but let go of any attachments to them. I will let you know when it's time to transition out. very slowly come back to the breath. Let's not rush the process coming back. Try not to move the body too much. Stay in the moment. If you were willing to practice for longer, meditating for about 15 to 20 minutes is kind of the sweet spot. I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes. And it's around that time where your brain chemistry changes and you head into a slightly deeper brainwave state. Things start to soften a little more. And the more we practice that, the more we can let go of those attachments, those rigid belief systems that we hold on to, and we can open ourselves up to this energy beyond us, or different perspectives. And we're just rubbing hands down the lap, bringing some kinetic energy back into our body. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, bring the hands down through the crown of the head, through the third eye, down the lips, down the throat, down the heart, bowing to our lower three chakras, our solar plexus, our sacral chakra, our root chakra, thanking them for all the work that they have done to get us here over the 7 weeks and beyond. And then when you're ready, just opening your eyes. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I feel like the last 7 weeks has been such a beautiful way just to explore ourselves, and I feel like what we touched on was a very, very small part of the whole thing. So if you are interested in learning more about these, I would totally recommend you reading the book Eastern Body, Western Mind. This is where the chakra series was inspired from. The author she's onto it, man. But yeah, we've got one more class on the chakra, the Crown Chakra, so watch out for that a little later on. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the mat very soon.